Back to the channel. So let's do a comparison between the Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean Gen 1 to the Ginault Silent Service. So both of these watches are, I'll first start off by saying they are super high quality, both of these watches. You have a huge Swiss watch house that's been in business since 1848. Longer than most, not as long as Blancpain, but longer than most. Ginault, I think they've been in business maybe 10 years, something like that. I'm not really sure on when they started. You guys can throw the comment, in the comment section. You can correct me there. I just really don't know. But this is a micro brand, obviously, on the Ginault, but the Omega is a prestigious brand, been around for a very, very long time. And this is the first gen Planet Ocean. In my opinion, I believe is the best generation of Planet Ocean. Just made very, very well, and it's just absolutely beautiful. This one's been well loved, so it does have some wear. The Ginault is still fairly new, and honestly, I believe, there's a big difference in not only price difference, but also brand recognition. But I really think that the Ginault punches up there in the same weight class as the Omega Seamaster. I really believe that it is made just as well in a lot of ways. They're both running ETA movements. This one's a variation of a 2892 with the coaxial adapted to that. But this one here is an SW200 by Sellita, which is like a 2824. They both keep chronometer specifications on the timing. They keep amazing time. They both have sapphire crystals. They're both pretty close to the same size. This is a 42 millimeter tip to tip, or about 47 and a half. This is a 41 and about 47 tip to tip. Our thickness, the Planet Ocean is going to come in thicker. The Ginault is real thin. It's like, I want to say it was around 12 and a half. Both have 20 mil lugs. So they're very close. They don't have crown guards. This has slight crown guards, how Omega does it with these twisted lugs. But, and they both have killer loom. The loom on these are incredible. This has an older style bracelet. There's no micro adjustment, but this has that newer Rolex style bracelet with all kinds of micro adjustment, and it works very, very well. But I like them both, and they are both well made. I honestly find myself picking up this Ginault a lot more often and putting it on. I don't know why. I just really love the look of the watch. And the reason why, I'll tell you, is it really harkens back to the 225450 Omega Seamaster with that style, loom plots, the sword hands. It really resembles that in a lot of ways. And then it has, some Submariner cues as well. But I really like how they pretty much took like the best watches and threw them together. So it's almost like, having, if these two here had a baby, you would have this Ginault. That's really what it's like. There are so many, design cues that are really close and resemble the Ginault. So I see where the designers of the Ginault, where they got their inspiration from, and I really respect that. I admire that, because these are probably two of the best watches out there. The Omega Seamaster, the Rolex Submariner, these are the best. They've been touted for years, and they've been put together, or they've been up against each other for years, versus videos and everything. These are the two that always are battling, constantly battling. And they're both really good. I know these are older watches. These are from about the same era, 2008. But they're just amazing timepieces. You cannot go wrong with either of them. You really can't. A Seamaster or a Submariner, you really can't. And that's why I think I love the Ginault Silent Service so much. It just speaks to me. This thing just has such a great look. The bracelet, the way it wears, just everything about it. It's just such a beautiful watch. The bezel is, I'll be honest, it's better than the Omega and the Rolex. It's just silky smooth and just real fine, nice clicks. Here's the Omega. It's good. Don't get me wrong, it's good, but I don't think it's as good as the Ginault. It really isn't. And then let's try the Sub. Sub is really good. I've always thought the Sub is one of the best. And I think it's really good, but like I said, this is an older model. And I had the newer model. I had a 1140-60 at one time, and that had a better bezel than this. It actually had more of a bezel action like this Ginault. But really, this Ginault is better than these two. So, you know, it just has to do with the age of the watches. You know, older technology, but both awesome watches. Newer technology right here. Of course, you know, these two have more anti-magnetic properties than this regular SW200. These have a 50-hour power reserve roughly. This only has like a 38. So I think where these really shine is more power reserve, you know, better movement. And of course the brand. I mean, the brand recognition is huge on both these watches. I mean, they're Rolex or Omega. I mean, come on, you can't beat it. You really can't beat it. But for the money, for, you know, $1,200, even if you spent $1,500, I think this Ginault is well worth the money. The brushing on the case, the chamfers, I mean, everything on this watch is well made and just amazing. Let's do a lume shot and then we can close. I just wanted to really do a comparison of the Ginault up against these two classic divers, which are, you know, they've got, I mean, they're well known and they've got all the recognition and they really don't need any more, you know what I mean? But the Ginault, I really feel people need to see it and they need to understand how great it is. And I don't, you know, if you want to put in a comment, oh, the Ginault's past, I'll be honest, I judge the watch. I could care less about the past. So here's the lume. This thing just screams on the Ginault. Look at that lume. And then let's compare it to the Sub. Sub's cool, but you know, that's how the Sub is. I mean, it's not the blue chromolite like on the newer ones, but you know, it's basic. Lume plots are a little smaller than even the Omega. Here's the Omega lume. The Omega lume is really good as well, but not as good as the Ginault. Ginault's definitely better. So anyway, they're all torches. They're all mine. I'm happy to have them. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, guys, and stay tuned for more content. I appreciate it. You take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.